You no longer need to have those annoying status meetings every morning. AI is able to tell you everything you need to know in 90 seconds. Every morning at 7 a.m., a message is going to pop onto your phone and tell you where everything in your business currently stands and what to do about it. Today, we're building a chatbot to talk to your AIOS from your phone, and then we'll set up that morning brief that tells you what your business needs from you. And since you already built your context and data layer of your AIOS, today is going to be the first major payoff towards away from desk autonomy. Let's get into building the intelligence layer of your AI operating system. The way most people do status meetings don't really help anyone. You'll spend 30 minutes to an hour for information that can be read in 90 seconds, because most of it's just asking for updates from your team. And if your team is actively communicating via email or Slack, the information already exists, and you just need a way to collect it. That same information would take the full hour long if your team was just telling you what happened yesterday and what they worked on. That time could be better spent getting right into the work. And if you really need a meeting for resolving roadblocks, you can schedule one. And so we're going to create two things today. A morning brief, that's a 90-second read that covers a whole bunch of different things. It covers what's moved, what's blocked, what needs you, today's schedule, and whatever else you want it to cover. It comes to your phone through a Telegram bot, which is the second thing we're building, so it's always handy. And it's gathered from your real business data every day. And so today we're going to start by building that chatbot that can talk to your AI operating system remotely. This will allow you to run AI commands from your phone, but it's also the place that morning brief comes in every day. Then after we build the bot, we're going to build the brief automation and customize it so you always get the right data that you actually want. All this sounds great, but how do you actually build a chatbot? And how does a chatbot even connect to Claude? Well, it's what we're building first. I'll walk you through all of it. And without it, Claude can't send that text that replaces your status meeting. Claude can only really talk to you when you're at your desk. There is some remote control with Claude Code, but it still needs you to start at your desk. And Claude definitely can't text you. And so we're creating a Telegram bot to talk directly with our AI operating system workspace. It's going to have access to the workspace and everything in it. So this means your data, your context, and whatever commands that you decide to create. So that means you can even tell Claude to do things remotely at will. And so the first thing we need to do is create the Telegram bot. So let's move over onto Claude Code. So I have my workspace over here, and we're going to get into it. And before we even touch anything in Claude, we need to go to Telegram. The first thing we need to do in your Telegram, once you've signed up for an account, is go to the chats and search for BotFather. It's going to be this guy up here. It's got a verified check. Click open and click start. The next thing you're going to do once you have this chat open is you're going to type /newbot, just like this. Hit enter. Then it'll ask for a name. You're just going to do whatever you like. We'll have a username later, which you'll have to name something specific, but this one can be anything. So I'm going to name mine SSP Demo AIOS Assistant. Now it's asking for the username, which needs a bot at the end. And so we're going to do, also this can't be multiple words, so use underscores instead of spaces. And remember, it needs to end with the lowercase bot. From there, Telegram's going to give you a token. Remember to always keep your tokens safe and protected like they are a password, but you're just going to copy that token text, and then you're going to click the link that says t.me/ and then the username of your bot. That'll get you something to this page. You click start, and then just type hello. You should be good to go. The hello is not going to do anything right now because the bot is deaf, and that's where we get into the next thing of actually creating your connection. Next, you're going to take the token you copied, go over to your env file and paste it in. Your env file might not have this yet, so all you need to do is do something like this, where you're doing full caps Telegram, something like this, _API _bot _key equals, and then paste in your bot key. And so we move back to Claude Code and we can paste this prompt for creating our Telegram bot. You can pause through it and read it entirely, but it'll be in the description. The one caveat here is if you're using the VS Code extension by itself, this won't work entirely because you do need Claude Code fully downloaded as the terminal editor of it. So if you don't have that installed, replace this line with Claude Code is not installed on this machine. It's only installed through VS Code. Please walk me through how to install it beforehand and then continue. And so it should walk you how to install Claude Code directly to your machine so it can use the Telegram bot as intended. But if you've already done that, you can keep this little line in and continue moving. But I'm gonna hit enter and we can read through it while it's working. We just create a Telegram bot, have the token. It's telling it to read all of the different files in the workspace, follow rules of Claude.md. If I tell it to run the collector, it'll actually do so. Some things that matter: it should remember the conversations. It should only work on my Telegram account. Replies take a while, so let me know that you're working. Keep answers in short, plain English, so we're not spamming the chat and we can actually read on the phone, all this kind of stuff. So copy this prompt, paste it in, and update it based on if you have the terminal Claude installed. And so it's come back saying the bot has been created and needs some action to continue setting it up for us. It needs us to start it, which is just running this, and I told it to start it for me, which you can do as well. It's asking for a pairing code, so that's what it's going to create here for me. You can see some other stuff. It verified that it has real memory access, rules, and formatting from the workspace. We also have /new, status, and help. Just some simple Telegram commands that we can run. It's saying that the pairing code is a bunch of 7s. We can go type it in here, hit enter, and now we're paired. We can do /new, start a fresh conversation. We can see how this works with a quick sample. Tell me about myself and my business. And it's coming back, typing to us. You can see it's reading the current data, and there we go. We have, I'm the founder of System Success Pro in Maryland, ex-software engineer, some current offers, and all that kind of stuff. So you can see here it has direct access to all of the folders and files in your workspace, and you can start doing whatever you do in your workspace via your phone. The bot is live, and now we want it to text us about our status, right? Well, no. AI has our data, and we can ask it what's going on, but there's no strategy about what it'll send. And so we want our system to use our actual data and think about what's actually important to us. And so the next thing we're going to craft is the message that we're going to get each morning. Most daily reports remain unread because they don't really address what you care about. And this report needs to be actually valuable to you. So we're going to customize it to what you'll actually read and what's actually valuable to the business. You can customize it to however you like, but in this video, our report will have the following: what moved yesterday based on the data you tracked, what's blocked, anything that got stuck from the last workday, what needs a decision from you, so anything that requires your direct input, and what's on for today, so that's any meetings or any other scheduled items happening today. And so we'll go back to Claude Code. We're going to spin up a new session here, and I have another prompt for you. Paste it in here and hit enter, and I'll open it so you can read it. But it's basically saying that every morning I want the bot to send a message with 4 sections, the ones I just listed. Before you build anything, read through the workspace, through all the files, and then interview me for each of the 4 sections. Tell me what would realistically fill it with based on the data. And if there's no section for that data source, tell me it's not connected yet. And once I've been through all the 4 sections, build the brief around the answers. And so since there's no real data on this demo workspace, I just asked it to give us an example of what would be produced. So needs action from me. I had a meeting with one of my clients about a referral. I also have offers that I was floating, some stuff that was blocked, stuff that moved yesterday, and what's on for today. Yours will be much different from mine. It'll have a lot more different information, and based on the outputs and what you give it, it'll be more tailored to what you actually want in your morning meeting, or based on what you would have in your morning meeting. Now, make sure this is saved as a command. If it isn't, since mine skipped the prompt, it didn't save it as a command. So I'm going to simply show you what that would look like by asking Claude to demonstrate it. You can see that it's created a .claude folder with a commands folder and then a brief.md. We can click through, and so refresh, then gather. So it's going to collect all your data, compose the brief, record the run, has some rules, and so you can run this manually now. And a quick one before we continue: if you want this built for your business without doing it yourself, I offer a free AI business audit. Link is in the description. But you can now ask your AI for the morning brief, but it's still not texted to us. And we can run it from our Telegram bot, but it's not automatically sent to us each morning. And so the next thing we're going to do is put everything on a schedule. And after that, we'll have fully gone from morning status meeting to 90-second read. A report you have to ask for on your computer is only slightly helpful. It's still a chore. One that automatically gets texted to you before you're even up, without you even initiating it, is much more helpful. AI is here to save you time, not just change what you're doing. And we've scheduled your data pulling, and so this will be something similar, where after your data pulling, it'll just send you that text. We'll schedule the brief for after your data is gathered, and then we'll have it sent to your Telegram. And we'll also make sure your Telegram bot is always online, ready to go to ensure that text gets sent. And so once again, we move over to Claude Code, spin up a new session, and I've got another prompt for you. This one is just saying that the brief is what we want, but it's a smaller version of the meeting. Don't want to run it each morning. So connect to the Telegram bot we built, send it to me there automatically at 7 a.m. and make sure it runs after the daily data gathering. We're doing it after the data gathering because we don't want to have the bot do a brief based on the last day's data, which would have been 2 days ago rather than yesterday. Also, we don't want to click enter just yet on this prompt because there's another part to it. The second part of this prompt is the bot only works while the terminal is open. Make the bot start itself when the computer starts so I never think about it again. If you don't want to host this on a server or anything, you just have to keep your computer open overnight or at least at 7 a.m. for it to automatically start a Telegram bot and then send you the actual brief. And one more thing in this prompt, we're going to just add, make sure the Telegram bot gets opened first, and then the data pulling, and then the brief gets sent. With this prompt, you'll have a couple scheduled jobs now. The first one that happens is the Telegram bot being opened, then your data gathering like we set up in the last video, and then the brief getting sent to your Telegram bot. It all works in order, so everything works in accordance to each other. I'm not going to send this one because I don't need this one running automatically for me. However, you should run it, get it on the schedule, and every morning it should send you your morning brief automatically. To test this and make sure it's accurate, make this run, make it send you a brief as a test right now, schedule it for 10 minutes from now, do that test, then schedule it for the next morning and tell it to only do the next morning from there on out. Everything's set up now. So do you just cancel the meeting? Your team will easily buy into the simple cancellation because it's less work on their end. But if they're not feeding into your system, the brief won't actually have a proper payoff. We're going to take a look at the math and what you should tell the team next. 87% of status meetings result in 0 founder decisions. The meeting itself was also already an information dashboard. We spend way too much time in meetings where an extra 30 minutes to an hour could result in more revenue. And as of 2024, there was $259 billion per year lost to unproductive meetings in the US. So it's easy to see that canceling the meeting is the right call. But since we set this up, that 30 to 60 minutes becomes something simple. You scan the brief, you look at the things that need you, and then you go run the business. You don't need your team member to tell you in 15 minutes what AI could gather for you in 90 seconds. So you don't need your status meetings anymore, but you do need your team to provide proper communication so everything stays up to date. And you can brainstorm this with AI, but a very simple project management updates in a Slack channel or in a proper project management tool can be gathered by AI, set up to be gathered by your data OS, and included in the brief. All you need to do is then make sure your team is updating and using the system properly. And now the meetings that do stay are the larger, more impactful ones. This is the decisions, roadblocks, and any other general collaboration sessions. But that's it for today's video. Your AIOS can now text you and you can operate it from your phone. And tomorrow at 7 a.m., the brief lands on your phone and that status meeting can come off your calendar for good. If you want help implementing any of this into your own business, I offer a free AI discovery call where we'll map out exactly where your time is going and what to automate first. Link is in the description. If you're building your AIOS alongside me, subscribed, part 4 is coming next, and that's automation. And I post every Tuesday and Friday with regular AI videos. And tell me in the comments, is your status meeting covering anything that AI couldn't gather in 90 seconds?